All right, 2023 recap. Um, I think our most successful video is the one I posted last week, introducing her car. I don't know if it's just because her car is a popular car to search. Didn't really do anything to it besides change the oil, but if you watch that, thank you. I know I haven't gotten any subscribers from that, but from the beginning of the year, when I started the channel to now, as of me making this, we're up to a whole 10 subscribers, which, thank you if you're one of those 10. It's not good, and I need some better content. So what we did in 2023, I took care of our cars, because that's the content that's easy for me to make because I have to do it. I haven't gotten anything done on the Honda. Now that Patty's paid off, it's going to be easier for me to justify getting the block to the machine shop and at least getting the block put together. And then I can leave it for a while, wrapped up in saran wrap until I have a turbo and a manifold and injectors and Hondata. Or I can just get Hondata and some cheap headers and run it NA just to have another running driving car. I bought an express van in there early last year. I never brought it home. It was too long for the trailer and it didn't have a battery. It was listed as has no power. I was assuming, I took the gamble that it was going to need a starter, but I couldn't even try to use like a pry bar to start it because there's no battery, and it ended up being clapped out and I overpaid for it. And I was going to either flip it, which I wouldn't make very much, or have that for a backup car. It was 09 3/4 ton. I think it was a 6 liter and 6-speed auto. Anyway, I just resold that through the auction. Middle of the year, we got the Impala that I've made videos on. That's been fine until if you watch the story time, I think something's going on with the valve body. My fault with that. Think I'm going to service it, throw a quarter trans tune in there, see if that fixes it. Otherwise, I can't justify putting a transmission in it unless I get really bored. And I've been working a lot. Pretty much Sundays are my only days off. And to do anything like that, I'd have to get the cord out of the garage, which wouldn't be that big of a problem. I have to put the hood back on it and hopefully find a tarp for it because it is still practically rust free. Rear brakes are getting low on Patty, so those need to be done soon. The EGR issue on Patty needs to be addressed. Variable timing actuator on Carolyn needs to be addressed. I think she's got another clunking sway bar link. We still haven't done anything with the coolant, the spark plugs, I would say the transfer case, but the transfer case shares ATF, so the transmission, the rear diff, and who knows when they were done before. We got married. We went on our honeymoon on a cruise to the Bahamas. Me and my buddy Cam went to Iowa. My mom and I went out west. What surprised me about that trip were the bighorns, and that you don't hear that much about the bighorns. I guess now is as good of a time as ever to mention we have a Patreon that I haven't linked. I don't have anything special on there, and it's been a while since I've even looked at the app. I gotta figure out, like, I wanted to do like exclusive videos or like uncensored videos that I wouldn't post on YouTube just because of the colorful language. Vimeo costs money and you can link videos from Vimeo, and so I guess I could post them to YouTube and leave them unlisted, only go to the Patreon. But I don't know if they had a problem with that. If we hopefully get monetized, then if they could take them down, since they'd still be uploaded to YouTube even though they're unlisted, and then that particular video wouldn't be monetized. It would be for the Patreon supporters. I really haven't done anything that cool or that funny, or said anything I thought that was that funny to make stickers. I just need to film more. Hopefully I'll catch something. I have a TikTok that I've been uploading that is completely unrelated to anything I've posted on here. And that one I kind of remain anonymous. Not that I do anything like I just make gross foods on that and eat them. That's pretty much it. I could do more beer reviews. I could do foreign language learning videos. Not that I have a wealth of knowledge, but just like, content to show how much fun it is to learn other languages. Plans for 2024. Um, I guess I would like to build up suspense, but it's not 100%. So we do plan to use our tax returns to go a week trip to the Pacific Northwest. We would fly into Seattle, stay there for like, because it's kind of central to where we're going to go, then do a day in and around Seattle, a day to Spokane, a day down to Portland, a day up to the Olympic Peninsula, and then a day up to Vancouver. And that last one kind of throws a wrench into me renting anything cool off of Turo because I don't want to cross a border with someone else's personally owned car. As cool as it would be to rent something cool off Turo, like we did when we went to California. I think I'll just rent something from Enterprise. I see that they do have a class of luxury SUVs that the weekly rate isn't really that bad compared to most things. The weekly rate really seems to even a lot of things out, so I think I might try to rent, especially if I give them enough notice, and ask for something specific, rent X3, X-Drive 30i. So I really like those. I'd like Emily to get one, but when you start considering buying a lot of luxury cars, even before you get to the maintenance, especially like the X3, X-Drive 30i's are pretty reliable cars. So you don't really have to factor in fixing them all the time into their cost. But compared to her Honda, even though it probably would get better gas mileage, you got to run premium. And most places around here, premium is $1 more a gallon. So that shoots your cost of owning that car up right there. I keep looking at the auctions every week. I have a problem, even though I've only bought the 2 cars from the auction. I've been hungry to either flip something or just get another backup car and get rid of the Impala. Now that my daily is paid off, there's really nothing holding me to keeping it insured. It's worth way too much to drop it on a PLPD. I don't know what 2024 will bring. Hopefully we'll go to the P&W. Hopefully we'll get more subscribers and supporters so that we have funds to do more stuff. Hopefully we can like snowball it into we get something coming in so we can afford to go do something. And I don't feel bad at all traveling. We're not getting any younger, so the more we can travel the better. Maybe I'll buy another car. Maybe I'll get a sick deal on something like a Mark 6 GLI or Mark 6 GTI. As long as if I'm actually not driving Patty, then I don't have a problem just taking insurance off or dropping it down to storage and parking it behind the garage until the winter time, because of course I'd rather drive that in the winter, especially once the EGR is fixed. Car's been flawless. That is one thing coming soon. I'm at 148 and change. I might as well do a 150,000 mile review. I've had it since new. Hopefully shed some light on what it's like to own one of them. And well, it's not going to do a whole lot of good for sales for them because they quit making that body style after 2023. You can only get a hatch. You can only get CVT. I don't know if I would buy a new one. I did tell the guy that sold me my car if they put the stick back in a Forester, I would buy one. I don't foresee that happening, so I guess I'm not bound to it. I don't know if I'm going to buy another new car. It was, compared to what I was driving, I was sick of getting nickel and dimed. Hundreds here, hundreds there. With my Trailblazer, I had put as much into the Trailblazer in 1 year's time as a whole year of payments on the Impreza. Actually, it was more than a year, so I thought, well, I might as well just buy a new car. Then I'll save in gas, and I'll be blowing just as much money as I would fixing that on actually paying for it. Her car is almost paid off, so that might be a challenge if she wants something new, but it's been a tank so far. If you do want to see our travel footage and, well, wait for the P&W trip, or like my poorly edited and poorly filmed trip to Cody, then go ahead and subscribe. Or if you want to see me get frustrated with cars. Oh, I forgot to mention I have a pile of brake parts in the Impala. Calipers, pads, rotors, parking brakes, parking brake hardware for the rear, and I need to get backing plates because I already bought hub bolts, and I planned on pulling the hubs. It's going to be the easiest way to do the parking brakes, and if I'm pulling it, I might as well do the backing plates. But they've been discontinued a while. They're back to what I was saying about next year. Maybe I'll get a fun daily, and this will turn more to a car channel than a travel channel. Maybe it'll snowball that we can actually travel more. That'd be cool. Or comment what you want me to do, or don't. If you're interested in seeing a guy that makes completely unrelated content, cook food, or go on a journey learning a foreign language, you can watch me struggle with Spanish. I guess I need something to sign off with. How about don't drink and drive tonight, and I'll see you in 2024. One quick last edit. Why didn't anyone tell me my wheels would look so bad? The video didn't get a whole lot of views, but if it would have, hopefully someone would have pointed out, hey, those colors don't go good together. And now I'm stuck with them for the winter.